Hey guys, let's get more news about Warriors, but first don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Warriorstrade. Jimmy Butler puts Warriors teammate on notice. Golden State Warriors forward Jimmy Butler put Buddy Hield on notice by trolling him over his pet peeve: "We just got to stay in the fight box out, have some technique, and stop patting the ball like I've been doing, and just go grab them with two hands," Butler told reporters following Monday's practice. Then out of nowhere, Butler trolls Hield and Buddy, "Stop trying to dribble the ball, I hate that," Butler said with a dry humor. Hield it as the Warriors' second-best catch and shoot three-pointer, hitting at a 39.1% clip. Only starting shooting guard Brandon Podziemski is better than him at 39.7% clip, according NBA stats provided by Second Spectrum. So Butler wants Hield to play to his strength rather than trying to dribble and pull up. Among all Warriors reserves, Hield sits at top the list of Butler's passing recipient. Butler passed the ball 139 times to Hield in the regular season per NBA tracking data. The closest is Butler's favorite passing target in their bench unit is rookie Quinten Post with a total of 122. Butler had assisted Hield in 17 midfield goals, including 13 from the three-point line in the regular season. Butler and he have become close, and it was evident on how they poke fun at each other. It was not the first time Butler had trolled Hield after their March 20th victory over the Toronto Raptors. He interrupted Butler's media availability: "You all are talking about Jimmy, that fake expletive triple-double he had today." He was heard yelling injustice: "Oh come on, you don't pass the ball enough to get a triple-double." Butler snapped back, eliciting laughter from the reporters: "So I'm not even worried about you guys." The fun banter between the two Warriors started on March 10th, when Butler roasted him for calling him the connector. The Warriors finally experienced the playoff Jimmy in their Game 1 win over the number 2 seed Houston Rockets 95-85 on Sunday, April 20th. Butler delivered a vintage playoff Jimmy performance with 25 points, 7 rebounds, 6 assists, and 5 steals. His poise steadied the Warriors when the Rockets threatened to come back. The 35-year-old Butler became the first player to have 25 points and 5 steals in a playoff debut with a franchise since steals became official in 1973-74, according to ESPN. He also tied Allen Iverson for the third most playoff games with 25 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, and 5 steals. Butler scored 6 points in the final 143 to douse cold water on the Rockets' fiery rally as the Warriors improved to 25-8 overall since he joined the team via trade from Miami at the deadline. Steve Kerson's Jonathan Kuminga message after benching him: "The Golden State Warriors started off their chase for a championship perfectly as they took Game 1 against the Houston Rockets on the road. Golden State will now look to take a commanding 2-0 series lead on Wednesday in Game 2 before heading home for Game 3. And for while the Warriors were able to take Game 1 behind stellar performances from their star trio of Stephen Curry, Jimmy Butler, and Draymond Green, head coach Steve Kerr continued to bench one of their promising young players. That player is Jonathan Kuminga, who has now been benched by Kerr for Golden State's last 3 games. Of course, this is an interesting decision by Kerr, who has said in the past that he is doing it because of Kuminga's fit next to Butler. Kerr did make another statement regarding Kuminga on Tuesday, though, that should give the young forward hope. "Jonathan has been fantastic," Kerr said. "His attitude, his energy on the bench, cheering guys on, staying ready. This has been tough on him, but he's doing exactly what he should be doing, which is staying ready. I've told him, and our coaches have told him, things can change in a heartbeat in the NBA. He's got to just be ready for when his time comes. And that's exactly what he's doing. I would be surprised if at some point his time doesn't come." Jonathan Kuminga has been fantastic. His attitude, his energy on the bench, cheering guys on, staying ready. He's a great young guy. This has been tough on him, but he's doing exactly what he should be doing, which is staying ready." While Kuminga will still likely remain on the bench for Game 2 on Wednesday, Kerr's statement should be an intriguing one for the young forward. Kerr mentioned that he would be surprised if Kuminga was not asked to have a role at some point during the playoffs, which could allow him to break into the rotation once again. If this ends up not happening, it will be an interesting off-season for Kuminga and the Warriors, especially with him being a restricted free agent. Despite this, it seems as though Kerr could lean towards playing Kuminga later in the playoffs, which would be a massive boost for his future with the franchise. Myers states Butler to Warriors, one of NBA's best in-season trades in just his second season as Warriors general manager. Mike Dunleavy took a massive gamble at the February 6 NBA trade deadline by acquiring six-time NBA All-Star Jimmy Butler. The early return has been positive, to say the least, as Butler single-handedly saved Golden State's season as the team resurrected and rose to the playoffs. It was a move that will go down in the history books, at least according to Bob Myers, a man who knows a thing or two about championship basketball. I think it's one of the best in-season trades in the history of the league, Myers told the San Francisco Chronicles, and Killian credit Mike for seeing that, because it's his risk that he takes, not just his, but when you make these decisions, it's your name, your reputation on the line. Myers was the general manager of Golden State for more than a decade and the orchestrator of the Warriors dynasty that brought 4 NBA championships to the Bay. After he stepped down from his duties, Dunleavy took over and the Warriors missed the playoffs in the first season of his tenure. Things weren't looking good for the Warriors to start the 2024-25 season either, until Butler arrived. The Warriors skyrocketed the standings in a loaded Western Conference, finishing as the number 7 playoff seed, and currently in a first-round playoff series with the number 3 seeded Houston Rockets. The Jimmy thing is a pivot point, Myers told Killian. That's a signature deal that will go on Mike's resume. Finding Steph Curry a reliable second option has been the main priority since Klay Thompson's departure. Andrew Wiggins was a two-way beast in spurts, but his availability began to teeter for a team working on a win-now timeline. In 30 regular season games with Golden State, Butler averaged 17.9 points on 47.6% shooting with 5.5 rebounds, 5.9 assists, and 1.7 steals in 32.67 minutes, more than anything, though his presence helped relieve Curry while also making everyone around him better. With Jimmy just bam right away, it happened, Myers told Killian. If you hook up the people who made the decision to a lie detector, I think everybody would feel surprised at how well it's worked. When you do these moves, you always think, what's the best case, what's the worst case? It's usually somewhere in between, but this is the best case scenario. Myers joked with Killian that Dunleavy likely will last longer as general manager than he did, attributing his early success to not only being a former player but also the son of an NBA coach. I think there's a healthy disconnect you need to have while balancing that with passion and intention. Myers said he was reared in the NBA, he's seen the highs and the lows, so he's not going to get overly emotional. He knows too much. He puts the NBA in its proper place, and it makes him effective at what he does, no matter how the season ends, whenever that might be. It's safe to say the Warriors trade for Butler will go down in the record books.